Hi there, how are you? Welcome back to M Talks. Today I'm going to break in this video one of my own rules. That is, I'm going to give you suggestions which I never thought I would do before. And these suggestions are to work the stock market. If you're really keen, if you really would like to make something out of the stock market, really want to make this as an additional source of income for yourself, these strategies or these pointers or this approach might actually help you. So please listen to the video carefully and don't look only at the titles, because you need to hear the explanation for you to understand the whole perspective. And stock market is not an exact science. It does not work on a sure parameter. There are a lot of emotions involved, a lot of sentiments involved, a lot of other factors that influence the stock market. So these things might actually help you work the stock market better if you're really keen on it. I am not going to give you any stock tips, mind you. I basically actually am against speculation. This intraday trading and buy it in the morning, sell it in the afternoon, or sell it in the evening, those are things which I don't believe in. Because those are they don't actually work for you in the long run. The law of average always catches us. So let's look at what these strategies or what the approaches are, or what is it that we should look at when we are serious about the stock market. And before moving on to strategy number one, let's understand how this stock market is categorized, how it is divided. I wouldn't say divided, how it is segregated more on the basis of the type of industries or the type of stocks that are prevalent in the market. You have the pharma stocks, pharmaceutical companies, stocks issued by pharmaceutical companies, automobile industry, stocks issued by automobile companies, IT, which is big, banking, entertainment. There are so many different categories of stocks available in the market. Now, how do you pick which is the right type of stock or the right industry for you? Depending on the region that you are in or the country that you are in, there are some basic stocks or sectors that do well, simply because the promoters of that company are from that region and they want to make sure that the stocks do well. So pick something that is doing well in your region, and in that vertical or in that segment, pick a stock that is fundamentally strong but is not doing very well for some reason. You don't have to analyze why. Just pick a stock, just analyze that particular segment or the sector or the vertical, and pick a stock that is not doing as well as the others, even though that company is fundamentally strong. And that is a company that you want to go. Second, there also will be developing sectors which the country or the region that you are living in are looking at aggressively growing. A lot of investments are being poured in by either the government or people to develop these sectors. And there, in that sector, pick a high performing stock. So these are the two things that you need to do. Pick a sector that is already doing very well in your region. Pick a stock that is not performing as well as the others, but is a fundamentally strong company. And two, a region which is on the verge of strong, powerful development because it's being pushed in that particular region for whatever reasons, because of some inherent strengths, or the investors feel that this particular sector will going forward do well, and so on and so forth. So this is strategy number one. Number two, split your investment into long-term and short-term options. I'm not talking about, again, intraday or a week. Look at least a couple of months and look at dividing your money into what you want to put aside or set aside for a long-term investment and the one for short-term. And when you're doing this, when you're looking at long-term investments, look at IPOs or initial public offers of companies from the sector that is either bound to do well or the sector that is being pushed or promoted in your region. And try and apply for as many IPOs as possible. You may not get allotments overnight. It will take some time, but it will be worth its while, believe me, especially if you pick the right sector. Third thing, make your investment time bound. You decide, okay, I'm going to review my investments 2 months from now, from the date of when you bought a particular stock. 2 months or a share, whichever. It's the same thing. And make sure you decide, okay, there are two options. Either you decide after 2 months that I will exit the stock irrespective of how much it has grown or how much it has reduced. Sometimes it does happen. Or keep a percentage. This is my investment. I want to grow it by 10%. I want to grow it by 15%. If that happens before the 2 month time period that you set for yourself, exit, get out. Because people look at 52-week high low. Historically, this stock has reached that level and so on and so forth. If you wait for that to happen, it may never happen. And it doesn't make sense to wait for it. So set a target for yourself, either a time bound or a value based target. And when that is hit, when you reach the target, exit. Third thing, be prepared to cut your loss. Because sometimes our calculations, our understanding do not work. So the actual price goes down from what you invested. So be prepared to cut your loss. See, because this is a learning process. When you are trying to make stock market additional source of income and you want to spend time in it, there is a learning that you have to go through. And sometimes our calculations do not work because there are a lot of players, a lot of sentiments, a lot of different factors, like I mentioned, which influence the market. But be prepared to cut your loss. Look at the same 2 month period that you set for yourself, and after 2 months, exit it. And one thing that you should never do, which I would never recommend, is don't average out. Some people, when the stock prices come down, they buy more, thinking that either I average out on my investment, or if it goes above my entry level, I actually make more money. A lot of people have burnt their fingers trying to do this, so I would never recommend it. The next one is a very simple technique that a lot of people actually haven't used. I don't know if too many people are using it. In my experience, a lot of people haven't exploited this opportunity. That's something you may want to look at. If you're not sure which is the sector that you want to go with, if you're not sure which is the right kind of stocks to go with, don't follow the stocks. Follow the players. Pick the top investment houses or mutual funds in your region, investment funds in your region, because these people have invested in resources, in experts, in skilled people who have spent a lot of time in the stock market, who understood, or rather who have got a good understanding of how the stock market works. So look at their investment portfolio, how it is diversified, what are the stocks they have invested in, and what is the frequency of their investment. Look at that, and all the data is available today. It's stock market, everything is available, information is available. So look at how these investment houses or mutual funds are working the stock market and just follow them. Yeah, they've spent a lot of money investing in resources to make this work for themselves. So why not piggyback on it? It makes a lot of sense. These are the things that you should actually, keep in mind when you're working the stock. And again, like I said, it's a learning curve. Sometimes you would benefit. Sometimes things may not be as good or as rosy as you expected, but that's how it is. That's how the stock market is. It's not an exact science. So be prepared to look at it from a long-term perspective, because in a short term things you may make a lot of money. You may I hope you make a lot of, but the learning is not over in the short term. It's over a period of time you understand how these things. And with that, I would like to wish you good luck in your investments, good luck in your endeavor to make something out of the stock market, and wishing you all the best. If you do need more inputs, please do write them to me. I'll be very happy to provide them for you. Okay. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye for now.